Well, we're on to the final film in the Sidney Lumet set, another movie that I have seen before. That one is Serpico from 1973. It is unfair that someone like Sidney Lumet managed to direct both Serpico and The Offence in the same year. Two absolutely outstanding, wonderful movies, which I just can't rave about highly enough. In this one, we follow Frank Serpico, a young man as he qualifies as a police officer. And he's a kind of a go-getter. He knows what he wants to achieve. He is always wanted to be a cop. He is into the system. And almost immediately, he says some things that he wishes he didn't see, which is the systemic bribery and corruption within the police force. And almost immediately, he's just like, I don't want to be part of that. I'm not interested. It's not my kind of thing.
120,000 split 4 ways. That's serious money.
This offers a kind of distrust amongst his fellow police officers, which is great. These corruptible cops distrust the honest police officer because he's not dirty like the rest of them. And you kind of see Frank struggling to find a foothold, struggling to find a place within the police force. He loves his job. He wants to do what he is paid to do, what he wants to do, what he feels driven to do, but everyone else round about him is looking for the money. And although he keeps jumping places and positions, he can never find a home where he's appreciated, where things aren't just a little bit cloudy or downright dirty because of the corruption that's going on.
Things like this were common practice in the bad old days.
And you kind of see Frank, as he moves through this world, becoming jaded, how it's constantly affecting his private life, his friendships, his every waking thought, how it kind of puts a fear into him just going to his day-to-day work. This is a man who's struggling to just do the day-to-day job because of fear from his safety, a fear and terror from his partners, people that work with him, who he can't trust, who he doesn't feel may have his back, and his constant alerting everyone to this issue offers no result. Nobody is willing to listen. They either kind of chastise him for bringing it to light, or they kind of say, what do you want us to do? There's nothing we can really do here. And it's kind of following this character and watching his struggle as he tries continuously to do the same thing and never gets anywhere. And there is that kind of strange tenacity that you see within the character, his ultimate reluctance to do anything, his unwavering reluctance, which is great in certain moments. He will stand with a group of cops, they're all on the take, they're talking about taking money, and he will just be like, nope, not doing it.
What about you, Frank? I'll make up what Don took from me.
Why should I stop now?
And even the peer pressure that comes with that, he is steadfast, and it's something to be admired. And this has that kind of gritty 70s feel about it. You know, Al Pacino is absolutely fantastic in the role of Frank Serpico, but it's the kind of 70s feeling and style of the movie as it kind of does these handheld sequences around the streets as they're bursting into buildings, trying to catch criminals, as you're always kind of wary about the surroundings and what's going on. There is a sense of almost paranoia within the film, particularly during some of the high tense sequences where we feel uneasy about the perpetrators in front of him and uneasy about the backup behind him. This is a character that we kind of grow to love, and we know from early on in the movie that something horrific is going to happen to him. So there's this building tension throughout the movie of when is this going to happen and how is it going to alter his career. And I enjoy Serpico in the situations that he's put in, but one of the aspects of it that I really love is the home life and the relationships that we have here. You know, he's proud to be a cop. He kind of owns it. He's putting it out there. But the dysfunction and the corruption within it ekes into his personal life, destroying relationships, whether it be with friends, whether it be with lovers. It just kind of tarnishes everything from a man just trying to do his job. It doesn't go well. Serpico is phenomenal, absolutely terrific. I think Al Pacino is utterly fantastic. He has this kind of raw energy in this one. I love the kind of camera work as it's handheld going through the buildings during certain raids, as it focuses on people just staring, where you can see the machinations going through them, behind the eyes of what to do, how to deal with this situation, and the mounting tension and suspense of when's something going to happen? Is everything going to be all right? Definitely a strange sense of paranoia in this film.
I'm an officer! I'm a police officer! Jesus, Frank, how was I supposed to recognize you?
Serpico is wonderful in almost every way. It is absolutely captivating. You will be drawn into it if you haven't seen it. If you have seen it, I'd love to know your thoughts on this one, because this is another bare bones disc. It's a 2K scan. Other than that, there is nothing on it whatsoever other than an absolutely fantastic film, which if you haven't seen, you must see. And then let me know your thoughts on it. If you've seen it already, let me know whether you love it, hate it, whether you're curious about checking it out. I can't wait to read your comments on this one. Quote, based on a true story as well. There is more content up here. You can see more of my stuff if you're interested. In the description box below are links to the Patreon membership program and manvfilm.com. Always in which you can support me.